All right, people, Tinubu don't do another one. Yes, the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, don't decide, say, he want to withdraw all the security and protection for all VIPs in Nigeria. This will shock you. Yes, when I know, say, normally, all the police officers in Nigeria are occupied by VIPs. That's the reason why you can see that we don't, normally before, years ago, we dey see police, they patrol for road without their van, that time to sit down for back. They patrol everywhere, stop and talk to people and do this, make sure that the community, the area, everywhere is secured. Not anymore, we don't see any of them on the road anymore, and apart from some of them that is just on the road and doing other stuff. But my people, on this particular one now, I want us to listen to Nigeria Info. That's what you have to say concerning this move for Tinubu to take and withdraw all protection for all VIPs in Nigeria. My people, this one, it goes shock. A lot of people are already happy that this should happen. As far as me not get protection, you don't get protection, why would VIP have protection? Make everybody day as all of us today. So this is Nigeria Watch Media. Join us every day, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. Let's continue to talk about things that's affecting you and I. Guys, let's take this video together.
Go with this story first. Page 34 of the Vanguard newspaper. Withdrawal of Escort. Fear grips VIPs as police plan modalities.
The fear that I have is quite different from that of the VIPs. Okay, so when I saw this yesterday, I've been thinking of what I'm going to tell you this morning. Thoughts on withdrawal of escorts if it does take place. But it is quite clear that we have problem with the numbers of military personnel, police, army, and so on and so forth. And immediately I saw this yesterday, my mind went back to the civil war that started as police action. It appears as if Nigeria, anytime from now, God forbid, we might be into a full-scale war. And that is that. And that is what would have pushed the president yesterday, or whenever it was this weekend, to say he was withdrawing all the escorts. But it might not end at that, so I'd like to prepare our people. I remember, my memory is very vivid because I was in secondary school, what we used to experience at Ido, where everybody was coming. Sulere then was not well developed. Everybody was coming through Yaba. At Ido, you know, the soldiers will stop the bus, look at able-bodied youths, tell them to come down, okay, and the bus will go. They'll put them in the train off to Kaduna, then they're going to the war front. Nigeria is getting very close to that. The propaganda has started. So let us be ready for things like this that might happen. As for the president's directive, I hope it is taken to the letter. But I'd also like to remind the president, well, if I'm allowed to, that the civil service, the civil defense, or whatever you call them now, that you say should provide an alternative as escort to the VIP, you cannot deplete their numbers. That is another group of well-trained. It came out, you know, during the war, they called them Guguru defense. They were supposed to back up the police back in the day. To now say that VIPs should go to have access to this group, they will sweep the whole place, but you are going to need them. Our VIPs must learn to live with the protection ordinary citizens like us live with. They should go hire private guards. And the VIPs who cannot stand the heat of what is coming, now's the time for you to buy your ticket and go. Because the future, the way I'm looking at it, if Nigeria is not careful, we are headed towards a full-scale war. We are very, very close to it. The numbers are not looking good. The numbers are locked. The propaganda has started. We are going to, and our young people to be ready. You might be drafted to fight for your country. So that is that. Also, the president he wants to beef up the numbers of the police, but there is something that is fundamentally wrong as we speak now, and that is still the headship of the police. The president will not get the full 100% support of the police force if he continues to have a man who has retired as the IG, because it's just human nature. Let's be honest with ourselves. you expect the DIGs and the AIGs to work as seriously to help the IG when he's supposed to have retired. Human nature doesn't allow that. And so he needs to bolster the confidence and the loyalty of the force, and they can only do that by being seen to be fair to all. So he has to make that sacrifice. Also, the president also has to bolster his information process. I watched Mr. Onanuga on Arise last night, and with due respect, I wasn't too happy. But it didn't make me happier when I saw the Minister for Mines, my good friend Dele Alake, attending the security meeting. The Minister for Information was not there. The President's spokesperson was there. So he was was he attending the meeting as a friend of the President or what? He also handled, when the IG was supposed to brief the reporters, it was Dele Alake that was with him. How do you expect the Minister for Information to feel? The President must learn to run this country in a very corporate manner. And not look at persons, but look at duties. If they're not doing the duty right, you fire them. You fire them. And that, I will tell you one thing. One thing that was very, very important during the Civil War was the information process. When I remember, I think it was Okokondem or something like that, who will be shivering. Propaganda is very, very important. Very, very important. Lastly, I'd like to call the attention of the Lagos State Governor. We have to wrap up this city. This is as much as I can say in public. And I do hope that all the noise we had been making about a possible army in waiting is not going to manifest and come true. Because when you keep hearing, there's information that they're going to invade the Southwest and so on and so forth, something tells me that they won't invade the Southwest. The Southwest has been invaded already. It's just for them to rise up. So we need that. These are my views. They might be extreme, but I'd rather they were extreme than for us not to think about them at all and be taken by complete surprise. The VIPs have to go and find a way to take care of themselves. If we've had enough of the government spoon feeding them at the cost of everybody else. You want one man VIP to have about 10 policemen attached to him when there are no policemen in the police station, there are no policemen on patrol. When was the last time you saw a patrol? When was the last time you saw a patrol? And then, like I said, it appears an exaggeration, but what kind of confidence, what kind of loyalty is the president going to get when the man who heads the police force himself is supposed to have retired? Is there anything, somebody should come and tell me what is so special, what knowledge this man has that he can't retire and you can't appoint another IG? Is it that amongst all the DIGs and AIGs, there's not one person you can appoint as Inspector General? This is not a activist something that IG must go. No, it's just simple reasoning. Sheriff, it is simple reasoning. And like I always say, the president always appears to put politics first. When I saw Dele Alake in a security meeting, I said, what has this got to do with the Ministry of Mines and Power? The information man was not there. And he led the process of information. So those are my observations. Those are my observations so far.